here is a quick setup on email called email automation tool in n8n. So literally this workflow, what it does, it grabs all your leads within the Google Sheet and then send the emails automatically to all of the emails that are populated within your Google Sheet, and you will set up a trigger that works runs every morning. So let's fire it up and see how the responses go. So you can see there's no email that have come in so far here, and then let's just go back to our n8n. So what this email will send for this set, it will send the email from info@customcx. So this one is coming from my domain. You need to add yours, and the email that will come through it will be, we are collaborating on multiple features, and for this set it will be sent to Shadrach Meshach 7 for which is my Gmail account. So back to Canva, and then let's just fire it up and see. So it's running, fetching from Google Sheet, and then it goes to Hunters where the email is being verified. After verification is being sent, after that being sent, the Google Sheet gets updated. So when you go back to your email, you can see a new email address has come in, a new email information has come in. So 0 minutes ago. So yeah, that's the workflow, and let's just explain how the entire workflow works. So first is that this trigger, when you're setting up this workflow, you'll want it to run every morning, or you can set it up to run daily or even twice a day. You can set the interval, so you can send it to run after every 6 hours, weekly. For this one runs per day. Every morning you update your Google Sheet and then it runs. Then the second one is where your leads are being fetched off. This is like your database. So literally what happens here is that you'll need to have a Google Sheet. I'll leave a template of this Google Sheet within the video description. You can find it there and try walk around with it. So here is a Google Sheet that I'm using. So I've already populated with it some information here. Shadrach, this is the email that came through, and whenever you are using this workflow to apply for jobs, you'll need to create a different email. For instance, first one will be company name, the email address, job description, the attachment link, column, and everything. So you can play around with the Google Sheet based on your needs. So when that is done, first of all, you need to check if they is sent or not. So also, let me just to be redundant on this, to emphasize, just you don't need to this trigger if at all you've done the email fetching yourself and you are sure these jobs that you are applying for, the email exists. It doesn't need to go through this looping right here. But if it's a lead that you have fetched somewhere else you're not sure about, you probably want to verify before sending to them. So first of all, the first operation will be checking whether the email has been sent or not. So for this one, yeah, it's just like an if-else statement. So you'll have to check on that column. You'll come on this column here, and it will look whether the email has been sent or not. So if the email has been sent, if contain sent, it will do nothing. So back to our Canva, it does nothing. So if the email is not yet sent, you proceed to the next node. So once you're in the next node here, it checks whether the field is empty. So right here, when you come to our field, you can see that some fields right here doesn't have email. They didn't come with email. So this typically when you're working with leads, there are leads that are chaotic. They're like 1 and 2, they don't have leads. So, and even if when you execute the node, you'll notice that some leads did not come with them. So when you execute this, so you can tell that true branches, false branches. So you can see 2 of the Google Sheet are empty, and then the rest are false. So it will proceed with the ones that are false. So after the one are false, and then we come now to Hunters. With Hunters, you need to create your credential account. You need to create a new credential here. You just need to add your API keys. So I'll also leave the link to Hunters dashboard. You'll come to Hunters and then come to API keys, and then after creating your API key, just grab the go to the email verification, this one here, copy this URL here, and then maybe come paste it somewhere. When you have, after you've pasted it somewhere here, you just need to grab this one here. This is the key. Don't use this other part, just use this one here. This is your key. So go back to your Canva, and then you'll need to add it there. So after you've done so, they give you a quite generous free tier before you start paying. And then after that, you now, after the hunters have done filtering, then if the email, so just let me just show you this node what it does. Let's execute the previous node so that you can see. So literally, when the results from the previous node, okay, yeah, when the results, the reliable results you'll it contains, so here's a string, string that contains undeliverable. It does nothing, so literally does nothing. So that's what it does. So you'll have to drag this one into your condition, and then if it returns true, then it does nothing. If it returns false, then it continue to send an email. Okay, this setup here, workflow here, is available, and it was done by Patel. You can grab it for free at this n8n workflows. You can use it for free. You can either import it or use it as a JSON file. But I was just thinking that these email, when they come in, they're not intelligent, and they are kind of predefined. That's when I came up with this other node here. So you'll need to break this node from here, and then now leave aside this other bit. So you'll connect this node to here. So what this new node brings in that wasn't there is we give your agent a knowledge base. So let's give an example of when we are applying for a job. When you're applying for a job, of course, you need to tell agent who you are, your qualification, your resume, your certificate somehow attached somewhere, so that when it sends email, it can refer to you in a more personalized way and even mention some of your qualification. So you need to upload your documents through a Google Drive, and then after you uploaded your documents in a Google Drive, so basically this is a RAG agent. Down here from here is a RAG agent. So after you have uploaded your document gets chunks and then stored to a Supabase vector store, and then your agent now will use your information about you to email, to do the warm mails, or they call the emails. So this automation right here can be used in various ways. You can use this one to, if you're running a company, just need to upload the documents about your company, so that when the agent emails all your clients or perform the leads or automations, it refers to you more personally, in a more personalized way. So also you need to add a brain to your agent, and I'm using Gemini in this case. And then for this case, let's just give the agent the personality that it is. So you can see it's a helpful automation. So you need to add a system prompt, and always remember to, when you come to options, I think you don't need to add a memory on this occasion, because it only does it one, and it already updates the Google Sheet. So for this automation, it won't need a memory. And then when you come to your Gmail, you'll need to add an SMTP. If at all you are applying for a company, you don't need to use the Google Gmail. You need to use your customized email that comes with the domain. So I just added mine. And let me just show you how to add your credentials on, if you're using your own domain. So create new credential. On the user, you'll go to where you bought your domain or your email manager. So mine, I bought it from Inos. So you'll grab this link here. This is your host name, and then this will be our port name. So when you come on back to your workflow, so paste your email. So my email here is info@customcx. So here is where your email goes, customcx.com, and then place your password right here, and then your host now. Your host is okay. Your host is this is your host. This is your host. Grab this as your host and then place it here. Port, leave it as 465 and then make sure you enable SSL key. Mine I've already added, so I won't need to add it again. So once that is done, you need to update. Now here, from our previous node, after an email has been sent, we had to create an update trigger to update our Google Sheet. But in this case, the agent will know that after yes, it has sent an email, it will need to update the email trigger. So, of course, you need to tell your agent to use all of these knowledge base for it to be more accurate. This template will be available with the update one, with coming out with these other nodes that were not in the previous node, and I think it can switch so many use cases.